Okay, so we're live now. Um, I'm gonna see. Tell me if there are like any sound issues. I'm not sure that it's working properly, so I'm not sure you'll be able to hear Hearthstone sounds. Um, but tell me if there are any issues, and I'll try and fix them promptly. Not sure I'll be able to, because I'm not necessarily the best at all of this stuff. But I think I will just try and have a good time. I'm pretty high legend rank, and so that means I'm going to be able to jam some good games. Let's just get it started. Got Auto Rogue here. Oh, this bit laggy. Not sure how I feel about this. I think we should be fine though. Don't think the lag will affect us that much. But yeah, I'm queuing Auto. Okay. Yeah, queuing Auto Rogue because I don't own any other decks. So I have to play this one if I want to play anything. If I want to play anything good, that is. And it got me to Legend 3 times now, so 3 times in roughly 4 months. It's not bad. I kind of cheesed out my Legend this month. Everyone was like, I was chilling at rank 2, and everyone was like, expansion dropped, and everyone was like, oh, let's play new cards. I was like, what if I played an aggro deck that you didn't have answers to? Turns out that works out pretty well. No idea what this could be. It could be any sort of... Let's quit Deck Tracker. Don't know how to use it. You guys aren't seeing it. Application's not responding. It's lagging out. We'll probably make everything a little bit better if we do that. Okay. So I definitely want to keep Argent Squire. And I'm not sure I want to keep Cold Blood. I think that depends on what type of paladin he is. Against more control paladin, I'd like to keep Cold Blood, and he probably is a heal paladin. So maybe I'm just gonna full keep Tar Creeper Hedge for Odd Paladin, Cold Blood Hedge for Heal Paladin, and like Shirvala OTK, and we'll see how this works out. Did not see his mulligan. Okay, it's lagging a little bit, but we're fine. Okay, he's Baku, so the Tar Creeper keep works out. The Cold Blood keep might not be the best, considering that, but we do get Darmal. So, deck just is going to tempo out. We're going to put some tempo on the board, see how things go. Yeah, so normally Odd Paladin should be coining things on turn 1. Coin on turn 1's really busted because it means your 2-drop, it means your hero power doesn't get contested the way it should. So I think I need to just hero power, get rid of the 4-1, because he's kind of the beatdown. So if he's the beatdown, I'm the control. And that means that I need to be controlling the board. I expect very fully to lose this game. Under no normal circumstances should I win. We're just going to trade away. We want him to have as few dudes on the board as possible. Yeah, under no normal circumstances should I win this game. So I'm just going to try, do my best. Let's see what happens. There's like there are ways to win, but it's not particularly likely. Like, he has 5 dudes on the board right now. If he has any sort of boost for that, I'm just kind of dead. Let's see. So if he blessed mauls, Okay, I think I'm just gonna put some dudes on the board. I was thinking of cold-blooding, but I think I need to clear. I think he's putting dudes on the board for a reason, and so that means I should clear them. I also have pretty solid follow-up next turn with Argent Squire, Cold Blood Edwin. So that gets me a 6/6 and like a 5/2. Okay, this really isn't that bad. That's quite frustrating. But this continues to really not be that bad. That's also frustrating. But I can just play my 2 1-drops in Edwin. That's 2 1-drops and a 6/6. He has to trade into the 6/6. Then I can probably go something like Firefly Vilespine or Firefly Cold Blood. I'm not gonna Cold Blood my Argent Squire, I don't think. Because I want the Cold Bloods to go face. And Edwin's gonna go on the other side because Argent Squire should be in the middle. Because you want a Fungalmancer Divine Shields. And I don't want to trade with anything with my face because I feel like it's just all going to be negative. Interesting. That's really wild. I was not expecting those trades at all. That means it's time to get aggressive. So I'm just going to Flame Elemental, Vilespine the 2/4 because that puts a big body on board. I think I'm the beatdown right now, so I'm going to just trade with this 3/2 with my face, and then push 7 damage face while I have the chance. This is interesting. I was not expecting the game to go like this. Okay, he leveled up, but like, so what? That did nothing. This hand's kind of awkward, not gonna lie. So the way to deal with that is we dagger, we deckhand, we cold blood this guy, and we just push 13 damage base, put him at 10. Can't really do much once he's at 10. And I have Vilespine in hand. You know, if I draw any 3-drop or 1-drop, I can Vilespine whatever he puts in my way. But yeah, no, okay, nice. On Paladin, victory. Points for Edwin. I had Mukla in that slot before, but I swapped it out for Edwin after Mukla like kept failing me and not doing anything. But it's nice to beat one of our worst matchups. Interesting decision points that game. I didn't Cold Blood my Tar Creeper early. I didn't Cold Blood my Argent Squire the turn when I set up Edwin. I played a Firefly instead. My opponent traded really weirdly around that. And then I've got Vilespine for tempo. My opponent just like didn't really get a chance to play any good level ups because he went really wide on one turn, but didn't preserve his Silverhand recruits. So he didn't have Lost in the Jungle level up, for instance, on turn 6, when I think, if I recall correctly, he had 2 recruits at the time. His Void Ripper was really weird as well. It didn't really get anything done. So, I don't know, like, I don't feel like I did anything special. I feel like I just, you know, said we're just going to play pretty consistently. I've played that matchup a ton of times. I've played it almost always like that. But this time I won, and I think that's because our opponent's hand was bad. You know, sometimes I draw, you know, solid curve and they draw not a great curve. But every card we kept in our mulligan came in handy. The Cold Blood, I think, was a reasonable keep, even if it didn't really work out. Even if it just like sealed the game as opposed to, you know, being useful to get us to a place where we can seal it. Okay. So if he's Odd Warrior, we lose. If he's not Odd Warrior, we have a chance. Kind of just want to throw this all away. But I might keep the Fungalmancer. No, you kind of just want to, like, swarm 3-drops. But, like, having a 1-drop is nice, because you want to be able to play something on 1. Scalebane's also really good. I'm only running 1 Scalebane. But... okay, that was a 1 keep. Cool. So he's running some sort of tempo rush warrior, perhaps. That might have made our mulligan a little bit awkward, but I wanted to, like, against non-odd warrior, I think we have a very decent chance. I don't know what those decks run, but I presume they're just, like, worse than other decks. So I'm expecting fuses, dude. I'm expecting Dynamatic. So if I'm expecting Dynamatic, I want to play Argent Squire earlier, because it deals with his rushes. It deals with their Mike's rushes better than the 1/3, because he's probably running, like, Raging Worgen. And it's less useful later, because it only has 2 health as opposed to 3. Okay, so I want to keep the coin so I can Fungalmancer, so I'm just going to Dagger and I'm just going to hit his face. We want to save the Dagger because I want to play Fledgling on 3 and then maybe coin Scalebane on 4, depending. And so we're just not going to really get a chance to use the Dagger in between now and the time when I'm done spending my mana. That's interesting. Well, I want that gone. Do I want to use my coin to develop a Fledgling? Or do I want to just develop a Dire Mole? I'm going to Dire Mole so that way I can coin out my Fungalmancer. So even though I float a mana here, I think that coining out Fungalmancer is a really strong turn. And so I think that's worth not having my Fledgling out, because I think he'd be able to deal with it. How's my sound quality? Is everything working all right? Anyone want explanations of what's going on? You know. Yeah, so there's the Rabid Worgen that we were scared of. Don't know what that 1 mana is. Oh, Spirit of the Rhino, sure. So we should watch out for Militia Commander. Which has 5 attack. So I think I'm going to Fledgling... Okay, so I Fledgling 1-drop. He Militia Commanders, kills the Fledgling for free. I coin Fungalmancer, trade face. He has a 2/5 on board. I'm okay with that. He always gets Fungalmancered. Yeah, I'm like not sure how I feel about this warrior deck. Not super convinced. Yeah, this is why I didn't want coin scale being last turn. I just like wouldn't. It just would have died for free. But here we get to coin out. Fuck, we didn't need to coin. That's what happens when you're autopiloting. Burn the coin there for no good reason. Because I've been thinking about coin Fungal Mancer the whole game, because I'm trying to talk to my one viewer, to whom my heart goes out. Shall not see. Interesting. Dun 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 dun. Okay, I'm just gonna clear his board. Because his board could be cleared, and we wanted to do it. Burning the coin's gonna suck because it means I can't Vile Spine efficiently anymore. I should be able to get around that, because my opponent's deck is bad, and my deck is good. But he has second Spellbreaker, so this is going to be a bit more tricky. And that. A little bit more tricky. Surely the correct play is to just kill both of his things and have a board left for myself. So I don't want to just have a 1-1 and my 5-5. So benefits, so I could make this trade and that trade, then play this and redagger. Benefit of that is I keep Vile Spine, which is actually like a really big benefit.
Lights out.
Benefit of the other play was that I get to like buff more than a 4-1. Buff a minion later that might not just be a 4-1 and easily removable. Yeah, like I might have been slightly more resistant to something like this. But hey, you know, this seems pretty easy to remove. I think I'm just gonna Vile Spine as opposed to Fungal Mancer. So what I could do is I could go Deckhand, Fungal Mancer, but then the Deckhand doesn't trade well and neither does the Scalebane. So I'm just gonna Vile Spine here. Vile Spine goes into the it doesn't matter. Then we trade with our face, redagger. And this should be fine. He's running out of cards. Akali the Rhino would be pretty scary right now, because it can trade into my 6/4 and then give his next rush minion +5/+5. But this is just Raging Morgan, which I'm not really worried about at all. This is more worrying, because he has cleared my board. I would like to draw something playable. That's playable. I'm going to save Fungal Mancer because I'm greedy. But also because Fungal Mancer just like puts the damage in like when you play it. So the only card I can get that wouldn't be playable with Fungal Mancer, besides like one of my spells, is Baku. So I think keeping Fungal Mancer in hand is like perfectly fine. Okay, so he's just like letting that chill. Okay, and so I do draw a Baku. which is unfortunate. But that allows me to... I think I'm just gonna push my damage face, because I can. I'm attacking with the dagger now because I don't see myself using much mana each turn, so pushing damage is better, because then I put more damage into his face. Early in the game, I want to save my dagger so I can like trade efficiently with minions, but that's distressing. Leroy. Let's draw 9 cards. Vile Spine is very good here. Double Cold Blood is very good here. Do I have lethal? So he's at 18. 9 plus 8 plus 2. So this is 10, 19. My opinion is that his deck was bad, and that is why he lost. I think we played that game pretty well. I like most of our decision trees. I like playing the Scalebane when we did, not earlier, but also not later. I think that it was like not a particularly greedy time to play him. I liked saving the Vile Spine. That was like a big decision point. And we won because our opponent's deck sucked. Eventually we drew Myra's, which is a very, very good card. We drew 9 cards, and in those 9 cards was lethal. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about these games, please let me know. I would love to see what you guys think. All 2 of you. Okay. Druid. So this is a negative matchup because he is a Druid, because they are a Druid. I presume he because it's... And we're going second. I kind of want to keep Scalebane because it's so broken, but I also really like 1-drops and 3-drops in these matchups. And I'd rather just draw my Scalebane. 3-drops that are aggressive, not Tar Creeper. Okay. So we are very much an aggro deck now. That means we do exactly the same thing as we were already going to do, which is Argent Squire. I have no clue what a Quest Druid does. It probably runs Amani Warbear. It probably runs Stampeding Rush. Probably runs Tarantus. Definitely runs Wild Growth. So I would like to top deck Cold Blood. That would make me happy. Top decking Cold Blood would mean that I would be able to Cold Blood and push roughly 15 damage. 15 damage is a lot of damage. I would also like my opponent to leave the game. That would give me a really good chance of winning. But yeah, no, against any type of Druid, I feel quite distinctly unfavored. Druid can always just draw the nuts, and I'll lose, pretty much no matter what. We didn't draw Cold Blood, so now comes the question of whether we dagger or coin out the fledgling. I think we coin out the fledgling because Quest Druid has fewer cards in hand, and they already burned a Wild Growth. So these 3 cards are unlikely to be sufficient removal for our fledgling. So, and I wasn't paying attention to the mulligan, which probably matters. But I think aggressive fledgling is like definitely the play here. Token Summons is frustrating, but it is one of these dudes. Because of course it is. So it runs Plague, right? So let's hit the face and get Wind Fury. And I think we want another dude in play, but like not a really good one. We'll put him in the middle, because I want to Fungomancer him. Well, he should be in the middle, but it shouldn't really matter. Nourish for crystals. This spooks me. I consider me spooked. That's just a brilliant card. We start by high rolling. So this guy gets to choose between 3 of 9 different things every time it attacks face, and Wind Fury allows you to attack face twice. So if you get Wind Fury, you get to adapt twice, and adapting can be very aggressive. I'm just gonna push this face, and then also aggressively push this face, and hope that they don't have Plague. Because if they have Plague, I would be very sad. That's my expert analysis of the situation. Please don't let that be top deck Plague, or, okay, can't play Plague because I have the coin. So now I'm kind of interested in ignoring that. No, I'm going to trade into it twice and play Scalebane just so, like, Scalebane's in play. Because this takes away 2 of my damage, but removes 5 of his damage. Doesn't complete his quest. Preserves my Scalebane. I'm going to not attack with my dagger in case I want a greenskin next turn. I'm looking for plus attack here. Looking for, I don't know, untargetable. Yeah, so greenskin boosts the power of our dagger and its durability, so we need to have a dagger to get value out of it. So I am interested in doing that. If he overkills, he can get Barnabas off of the overkill, and that would completely destroy his deck. And he did. So we won. Nice. Nice win streak. Start the game off. Start the session off, 3-0. And hey, top 100 legend for the first time in my life. Just gonna get a quick screenshot of that. Post on Twitter so everyone knows. It's a top 100 legend stream. That feels good, man. It feels good. It counts. It's top 100. T-Man didn't want on the stream because Tommy doesn't like top 100 legend streams. This is a key you need to remember. If you want Tommy to stream with you, you have to not be top 100 legend. My computer is loading because it's lagging. Hello, two viewers. How are you two doing? Okay, so it can load, but it can't interact with pictures because it's lagging. Cool. We'll get back to playing soon once Twitter works. It's very not happy with me right now. We'll just tweet out that we're top 100 legend. They can come check it out here if they want to. If they want to see proof. Let's keep going. See how high we can get with Oddroad. It's the same list I was playing before expansion dropped. Because honestly, I don't have enough cards to build any even remotely meta viable deck in this expansion. I have, Rexar and Shaw, but not Katharina and King Crush, and Undasta. I have, Shirvala, but not Uther, Okay, we're going first, and we're against a mage, so we're just going to keep the 1-drop, because we don't have good 3-drops in this hand. That's a 2-keep by our opponent. So those 2 cards are new, those 2 cards are kept. Based on what kind of deck they are, we'll have to see what we expect that to be. It's probably some AoE, but on the other hand, right now a lot of rogues are Kingsbane, not Odd, so there's a decent chance that they might have preserved something for Kingsbane, like maybe an early Ooze is something I might keep if I was a control mage. We're not drawing 3-drops, so this is looking a little bit sketchy. I'm going to hit with my dagger, so that way I can re-dagger next turn for efficiency. Because it does not look like I'm going to have anything to play. So this deck only really works because Jaina is broken. Okay, so we're just going to tempo this SI7. And we're going to hit with our dagger, because I want to re-dagger next turn pretty much. I'm not going to hit with my dagger, because it looks like, based on my hand, that I don't want to hit with my dagger on turn 4. I want to re-dagger, so that way I can have a 3/3 dagger. So if I save my dagger here, I can use it to either trade or go face next turn and then re-dagger. This gets punished a little bit by drawing a 3-drop. But if I draw a 3-drop, I don't want to have to re-dagger to get value from Greenskin. So I think we're just going to end the turn there. Okay, we got punished, I guess. Right, we did say there was going to be an ooze, so I guess I should have played around the ooze. Good point, Twitch chat. I literally said, they think I'm Kingsbane, there might be an ooze. And then I refused to play around the ooze. So, lesson learned. Trust your reads. I could have gotten 2 extra damage there. Can this go on? How long can this go on? So we're just gonna green skin because it allows us to full clear. Oh, we would have done an extra 4 damage. Jeez. Because the mage wouldn't have gained the armor. And also have taken 2 extra damage from the weapon. But yeah, we're looking at not going wide right now because this mage probably has a ton of AoE. So on my turn, I probably want to play it like really cool and just hit them for 8. Maybe I'll play a 1-2. Make him feel scared. Look at me, my 1-2 is so threatening. You should really burn AoE on my 5-4 and my 1-2. I kind of don't want them to because I don't have Scalebane. Scalebane, if my hand had Scalebane in it, I would be really happy with them burning AoE. But my refill currently is like Tar Creeper SI7. We're going to start hitting with our dagger now. We're not going to play the rest of our mana because we don't want to... Our opponent's playing AoE, and if they're not playing AoE, we're already winning the game. So we don't want to burn these 1-drops when we could just save them for later. Yeah, so there's the AoE. That's just going to full clear. If we top deck... Okay, that's Kelisa. That's interesting. We're right at the part when they start to have Arcane Artificer spell. So I really just don't want to play any minions. That's Jaina. I should have played around, and maybe I should have played around Jaina as well. But we can still pressure this pretty well. We go Dire Mole, we go Vile Spine, we hit this with our dagger, so that they can't trade in some another water elemental, and then we just re-dagger. We chill. We have 12, 14, they're at 16. We have 14 damage bursts just from hand and dagger. Okay, so that's polymorph. This is spooky. This is very spooky. 2, 4, 8. Boom! Lethal. Easy. Nice top deck. I think it was like only that or Deadly Poison. Rank 85. That's amazing. I'm looking to keep it going, but I think this is 5 wins in a row. I tend not to have streaks this good, just in general. And I've never streamed Hearthstone, so I've never had a streak this good on stream. But let's see if we can keep it going. I think I'm playing pretty well. I'm getting a little bit lucky, not gonna lie. But let's see how high we can go. Maybe the goal is top 50 legend now. The goal was top 100 legend. Let's get top 75. Let's get top 75. We'll see how that goes. Okay. I have no clue what this could be. My hand is nutty, though. It's good against pretty much everything. Aggressive to beat discard. Has a thug, so it's a good hand. Has Firefly, Coldblood, Firefly if my opponent's some sort of control variant. Yeah, his hand's nutty. My opponent 2-capped. Don't know what that means. Maybe they have lose. It's not even. Okay. Used to playing all these even warlocks and everything, but now, there are all these different archetypes. I'm kind of looking at daggering just because of how much it benefits the thug, but I could go Flame Elemental, Cold Blood into Tar Creeper. That makes my turn 4 really awkward. And if I go the dagger line, I go dagger, thug, Tar Creeper. Okay, yeah, we need to get that guy out of here. So we're just going to kill that with our face. We know nothing about what type of warlock they are. But considering their consideration, it looks like it's Zoo. Only Zoo really considers this type of coin on turn 1. Interesting. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, you tempt me so. Okay. I claim I am the beatdown. I also claim that Zoo has a terrible turn 2. So I'm just going to kill this with my face. I'm going to kill his face with my guy. Not going to make the trade because he wants to make the trade for me. So if he trades, I can go Thug, trade into the Serenite Taskmaster, and then I get the 0-3 taunt and a 4-4 at the same time, and I think I just win the game off of that. I'll get right on it. Yeah, I'm very much not scared of this. I think Serenite Taskmaster kind of sucks. It just seems to go against you way more than you'd like it to. We also have Tar Creeper to, in case our opponent has Soulfire, to knock out this thug. If they go Soulfire, kill face. There's the Soulfire, so we'll see what they discard. It's the Direwolf Alpha. I have seen something like this earlier. And I was very confused, but maybe it's legit. Maybe it's legit. So that kind of sucked, because they had the Soulfire. If I Tar Creeper Flame Elemental, he can trade his entire board into my Tar Creeper, which kind of sucks. But if he doesn't, then I have Fungalmancer and I win the game. So we'll see how this goes. Maybe I win the game, maybe this game goes on for a while. I'm genuinely looking at Fungalmancering just the 1-2 on next turn. I think the tempo is really important against Zoo, obviously, because they're fighting for ward and I'm fighting for wards. I'm not really interested in saving up for Fungalmancer value like I would be against a Druid. I'm really interested in just keeping the board, winning the board. That's very spooky. Okay, my opponent didn't attack, so we do get to Fungalmancer. And then we ask ourselves what trades we want to make. So let's say I make this trade and that trade. If I make that trade, he still has to trade his 5/5 into it. I could make this trade and that trade, but then he can just trade his 5/5 into it. So, and I'll lose my 3/4. So if I trade here, and I trade here, my board gets very resilient because of the 5 strength. So my opponent really should have taken out the Tar Creeper when they had the chance. They got the chance to eliminate my Tar Creeper, and instead they top deck Soulfire. They're clearly better than I am. And then they just clean up my board very efficiently. Or they just don't. I'm not really sure what's going on with my opponent here. But we will take full advantage of them being bad. We wanted to do something like this as opposed to Cold Blood because he can value trade. He can trade off his 2/1 into the 3/2, so we don't really want to buff up this guy. It's just dead on board. I am very confused as to what this deck is. So I want a Thug. I want a Dagger. So I can strengthen my Thug. And I want to put Cold Bloods on my 1/2. Because it trades efficiently. And so what I'm going to do is, somewhat unsurprisingly, I'm going to push face. Because I'm winning this race. And I have Myras to refill, and my opponent has to refill by tapping. So they're going to have to trade their 8/8 into my 9/2. And if they don't, I just win. So I think this is just overall really positive for me. I'm not interested in trading. Yeah, there we go. Easy. 4-0, I think. Might be 5-0. Might be 6-0. I don't know. Top 75 legend. Let's go. Odd Rogue is putting in the work, guys. Odd Rogue's putting in the work. Ugh. If anyone is messaging me in chat, I can't see it. But I can see myself. So you guys seem to not be messaging me, which is cool. You don't have to. But this is a top 75 legend stream. You know, we're climbing. We're climbing this ladder. Playing really well. I think I agree with most of the plays I made. Feel quite confident in the ordering. I didn't know what I was playing, and you know now I'm more likely to know what that is. Oh, hey, it's the same guy. So we're gonna beat him again. My opening hand was really good, but now we're going second, and this hand looks terrible. So we're gonna mull all of this. So things to keep an eye out for: Grim Rally, eggs. Okay, serviceable, serviceable. I might look at coining Dagger on turn 1 if they drop Flamin'. Okay, this lines up really well into my Dire Maul, so I'm just going to play the Dire Maul. We ended up with almost all of the opening hand we had last game, except for the Cold Bloods. Right, that's what this deck runs. Runs Homunculus. Many options. Yes, I agree. I think I'm just going to dagger and hit the homunculus. I think that's the only option I have here. And I'm not going to attack with my 1/1 because it's just not efficient. I'll let him value trade it. But that heals me for 2 as opposed to just sacking it off for no benefit. This deck is very interesting. Maybe it'll be the one to end the streak. Who knows? Hey, Peter, how you doing? Tar Creeper's really weak against Grim Rally, but I don't think they want to rally. I could just Thug, which is really fine on board. Tapping on turn 4 is interesting. But he doesn't have the Soulfire. So that inclines me to want to hit with my dagger next turn, maybe do something like Tar Creeper, Coin, Dagger. That does take away the coin from my Vile Spine, which would be really nice here. But I really want to get my Thug. Daggering doesn't help with that because... Well, maybe I could Dagger Deckhand. Okay. My opponent is going face. Interesting. Okay, so if I Dagger Deckhand, I can... I think I just want to coin Vile Spine and get rid of this Direwolf. That establishes me really strong into the board. I can follow up with Tar Creeper, Vile Spine. I trade into the 1/3, protects my board. I'm feeling this play. Even though my opponent can trade it, my opponent can't even trade into the 4/4 because Taskmasters have the very unique problem of if they trade, they then protect your minions subsequently. So if my opponent trades the 2/2 into my 4/3, that worked well. Let's get rid of that. Thinking about Fungalmancer positioning. Am I losing, Peter? I don't know. I honestly think I'm winning. I honestly think I'm winning this game. Got my Myros lined up, ready to draw my whole deck. Next turn, Dagger, Tar Creeper, Deckhand is really strong. Deckhand just kills whatever he plays here. I'm going to win this. Oh, that's a Grim Rally. That's a Flame Imp. That's a Grim Rally. That's Firefly. That's not a Grim Rally. Excellent. Excellent. Everything's going according to plan. So play here is 2 Dagger. We have 6 mana, so we play 6 mana worth of cards. So that's Dagger, Tar Creeper for defense, Deckhand. Deckhand goes into the 3/2. 1/2 goes into the 4/1. My face goes into the 2/1. And I think my face goes into the 2/1. I think Grim Rally is kind of spooky, so I just want to like shut my opponent out. I don't know, the card seems pretty balanced. kind of sucks. Like, these O3s are really, really rough. My opponent just Doomguard discarded a Leroy. That's very good. Okay, so there are a couple of ways we can play this. There are quite a number of ways we can play this. Interesting. So we could Redagger, Deadly Poison, attack that, and do nothing else. So that's 3 mana. We can Deadly Poison Myra's and see what happens. Which is spooky. But I think it's the best option. So we'll see what we get. So this O2 doesn't die to the 1-2. So I think I'm just going to establish an Argent Squire. This goes face. I think I wanted that to go face, but I didn't have enough time to really figure that out. The reason I might not have wanted to go face was because of Greenskin, but I think I wanted it to go face to set up for Leroy, Cold Blood, Dagger, Deadly Poison. But it looks like this game is going to be fine anyway. Looks like we just have enough damage to take it. 10, 14, 18. He's probably going to even tap. So, not really worried. This is aggro rogue, Peter. I'm just the control. Okay, so... yeah, 16, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... So 10, 15, yeah. $53. 53 is not bad. This is not bad. I was 130 legend when we started this stream. If I win the next game, this will be a top 50 legend stream. I've never been this high. I managed to not even make legend last month. I'm not really sure why, because I was just playing this exact deck, and I knew all the matchups. But I just couldn't make legend for some reason. But I made legend with this twice before. I got like top 500 legend. I don't have Shadow Step or Preparation in this deck, because it is Odd Rogue, not Even Rogue, unfortunately. If you want me to play Even Rogue, you can give me a bunch of money, and I will dust, and I will purchase packs with money, and I will open them, and I will get Even Rogue cards, and I will use them. But until someone pays me to do that, I am not going to be playing Even Rogue, sadly. I'm going to go get a drink of water. I'll be right back. Zero cost cards are even, Peter. I mean, hey, if you want your 350 bits, I would appreciate it. You know, bits are good. Support content creators like me. Top 50 Legend Hearthstone streamer. Be number one. I know how much you coveted that position back on Azul stream. But yeah, let's get top 50. Let's get top 50. I think we can do it. We've waited long enough so that we don't have to play that Zoo guy again. I think that Zoo deck was bad. And I don't think my opponent was any good either. He played Grim Rally, which is, you know, a strong enough card. But he didn't seem to, like, really play enough cards to take advantage of it. He didn't play enough cards to take advantage of his massive egg package. It's a rogue, we're going first, so we're favored. I don't want another 1-drop, so I'm just going to keep Diarmol. Scalebane's good, but not my opening hand. My opponent 2-kept this one and that one. Okay, this hand also blows, but you know, maybe we'll draw Thug. My opponent's probably Kingsbane, because every rogue on ladder right now is Kingsbane. Dark Reaper's pretty good against Kingsbane, because they have to start attacking into something they don't like. If my opponent doesn't draw Leeching Poison, we could do really well this game. It's not Mirror, Peter. They are not Odd Rogue. And I'm also pretty favored against most rogues. Okay, my opponent's coining something out on turn 1. Cavern Shining Finder. Yeah, so they really want the Kingsbane. So I'm just going to murder the Cavern Shiny Finder with my face. And put 1 damage into his face. We just want him to have fewer stuff on the board. We want to be dominating the board. So that, and like, aggro out the Kingsbane. So that's a Kingsbane. And the Deadly Poison. A little bit unpleasant, but if he doesn't have Blade Flurry, I think Tar Creeper into Deckhand SI into Greenskin is a pretty strong curve. So we'll see how that works. Kingsbane, the matchup against Kingsbane seems a little bit awkward. Okay, and he has Leeching Poison. This game might get a bit rough. But we're just going to Deckhand, SI. Just going to start putting damage face. You know, they may have Leeching Poison, but maybe they don't have Raiding Party. And so maybe we can, you know, like, Greenskin, and then maybe we can, like, Deadly Poison, and maybe we can just push all this damage face. You need a lot of pieces to make Kingsbane Rogue come together. And, you know, if they're missing just, you know, 1 or 2 of those pieces, we should be able to easily take over the game. Looks like they have Sap. Okay, sure. Sap is very reasonable. I might look into playing that again to play around. Okay, not really much of a point. So I think I'm just gonna play Greenskin and push some damage and hope that they don't have refill. I think I'm going to lose this game, though. My opponent seems to have drawn all of their cards in the correct order. When you draw all your cards in the right order, you tend to win games. This looks like they have Raiding Party. Or a second Cavern Shiny Finder. Yeah, there's really not much you can do when Kingsbane draws like this. Especially as Odd Rogue. So we're going to try and do something. So we're going to get out the Tar Creeper, we're going to get out the Fledgling, going to kill the 3-3, going to kill the 3-1, and we're going to high roll. If we high roll our adapts, we might still be fine. But it looks like they have Prep Sprint. So, Prep Fan. Okay. We're still in this. Second Leeching Poison. Not sure I agree with playing it there. doesn't get you any advantage. So not any real reason in my book to play it there. And that's really good. So let's see what we get here. If we hero power, we can deal damage. But if we drop 2 Fireflies, they're unlikely to have Blade Flurry. And we can go Dagger, Deadly Poison, Myra's next turn. I'm going to drop my Fireflies, see what that gets me. This probably wasn't good positioning. Oh, and I probably should have not played the 1/2s because that prevents my boost from going to the... Okay, they got Sap. I'm very much not worried about this. Sap does not bother me. I think Fungalmancer is correct here. We're just going to push as much damage as we can. Wind Fury would be great. +3 attack is acceptable. So if our opponent attacks into it, they take 6 net damage. How's it going, Zexler? Top 50 legend, undefeated on stream. We started this stream at around 130. Now we are top 45 in North America with Odd Rogue. Let's go. I've never been this high in Legend before. I've never been anywhere near this high in Legend. The highest I've been was, I think I ended the season 2 months ago, rank 500, like just above rank 1,000 or just below rank 1,000. I've never been even close to top 50. Let's get the word out there. You know, let the people know this is a top 50 Legend stream. This is real Hearthstone, apparently. This is terrible quality. But my computer is angry at me. So that's what we're getting. No, it's cheating, is vicious fledgling. That card is monstrous. The card is unbelievable. Oh man, we lost a legend rank because someone passed us, but yo, Peter, if you're interested, you can hop on call with me and we can like play these games together. Been looking for someone to co-op with, but no one is interested in my top 50 legend skills for some reason. Don't just cheat. It doesn't work. Don't worry, Peter. We will smork everyone. This is a smork deck. Oh, we are facing a Hunter. This is a good matchup, because their deck sucks, and our deck does not. Edwin on 3 is really good, if we can get another 1-drop. I think I'll be greedy, because I'm on the coin, and I feel like it. This is very strong. It's okay, Peter, neither do I. An expansion just came out. Plus, we're just smorking people. Do you really need to know what you're doing to smoke people? So I'm looking at playing the Argent Squire if my opponent doesn't play Candle Shot. I did not check their mulligan. But we should be able to get a feel for what's going on based on how they act. So they're taking a really long time here. Not sure what that means. I'm going to play Argent Squire. And then the 6/6 Edwin on turn 3 should just win us the game. If we draw Cold Blood by then, though, we're going to win the game harder. A 5/1 and a 6/6 on turn 3 tends to just bend hunters over. Especially Death Rattle hunters, but maybe this is a secret hunter. I haven't practiced that matchup that much. And Pure Spell Hunter was something that always seemed to beat me last expansion, so maybe, you know, I'm being a bit more cavalier than I should be. On the other hand, look at his legend points and look at ours. Time does move quickly. My opponent has spent a lot of time clicking hero power and doing nothing. I'm going to save the dagger. Nothing to hit. I'm in no... I don't need to hit him in the face with my dagger. I'm in no rush. Okay. I honestly want him to have Huffer. There we go. He trades, man. Like, look at this. I have a feeling he's Spell Hunter, and so I kind of want to trade away my 1/1. I don't want to play the 1/3, so I want to play Argent Squire, Coin, Edwin. The question is whether I want to trade with my face or with my 1/1. Trading with the 1/1 plays around Unleash the Hounds and also prevents me from taking 4 damage to the face. This does get weaker to Deadly Shot. If he had ruled Leok or Misha, I would have been able to... I would have just South Sea deckhanded and just pushed through them with my face and my 2/1. Okay, that's a secret. That's another secret. That's very spooky. So let's see what they are. One's probably Wandering Monster. Good for us. What's the second one? It's Explosive. That's also fine. I'm going to play Tar Creeper, because it's very defensive into his Spellstone. And I'm going to play a 1/3 because I want it to be on board. Yeah. Lapdogs. All of you. You too, Peter. Lapdogs. Yep, there's a Spellstone. So, a couple ways to play this out. Could go deckhand, deckhand, SI, deckhand, 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 SI, So deckhand and the 1/3 trade there, deckhand and the 1/3 trade there, 1/1 trade there, SI and my face trade there. He has a 3/3, I have a 6/4, and a... Or I could just green skin, trade 1, have a bigger board that he's more scared of. Could also just smork. I think I'm going to green skin. I think I trade off into one of the 3/3s. Maybe that wasn't right. Maybe I was supposed to push 3 damage face. Because then he would be at 10. And then I have 6, 9. 1 damage would be lethal. But as it stands, I think my position is nutty. Probably should have played around Rexar. In order to play around Rexar, I would have traded off all my dudes. So I probably should have traded off everything to play around Rexar, but my opponent seems to not have it. I don't recall if they've coined already. They spellstoned on curve, they played 2 secrets on curve, they played Huffer on curve. Oh, I was the one with the coin. I coined Edwin. So there's no coins, so tracking, so there's no Rexar. They're trading off their wolves. I just don't think there's anything left for them to do. That's a 3/9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 12. I'm off by 1. I like putting them to 1. So that's what I'm going to do.
This guy's toast.
I could also play the next deckhand, charge that in, put my face into that, and keep my green skin at a higher health. I like it. I'm not going to play the 1/1 in case I draw Bilespine. Not sure how my opponent deals with this board. Maybe keeping the 1/1 was 1/3 was greedy. But if my opponent has enough AoE to deal with this, he has enough AoE to deal with the 1/3. And so I'd like to keep it for the potential of drawing Bilespine for lethal. This beast will not be tamed. But neither will my win streak, boys! Let's go! Ah, come on, man. 36! My favorite streamers were chilling at around this rank, like Dog and Zalay. Who am I? Just some dude who smorks. But apparently I'm smorking really well. Is there any prize for topping the ladder early in the season? What's going on in Zero God, Peter? I fold it. I fold it. Okay, so this very well might be negative matchup. Problem with Thug is that my opponent coins out. What else is new, Peter? The problem is that my opponent coins out True Silver Champion on 3 to deal with my Thug on 3. But I think Thug is just like the best option. And I'm not super interested in Fledgling. I'd like a 1-drop. That's not a good 1-drop. I really hope they're not Odd Paladin. Nice, they're not Odd Paladin. I think I want to put pressure on, so I think I deckhand on 1. I think it's going to push a decent chunk of damage. Unless they're like Blood Claw Heal Paladin. This is a lot of damage. I have a lot of damage in my hand. We'll see if we can convert this to a win. Excuse me. This seems to be Shirvala OTK. Draw your card, dude. Draw your last pathetic card, Yugi. Last 2 cards, because, you know. Okay, yep, the call. Not really convinced by the call. It's going to need a lot more to prove to me it's worth. I want to smork. That's 17. That's 12 right there. Six, 8, plus 2. This doesn't play around Consecration, I guess. To play with fire? I do. Coin. Okay, that's kind of frustrating. Maybe I should have played around this. We need to trade. Probably should have traded last turn, too. We got greedy. Am I 1-off lethal? 8. 18. Am I stupid? He's at 17. Goes down to 7. I am stupid. Damn, Peter, you're so lucky for me. Thanks for being in the stream. Top 32 Legend stream. I hate when people say top 32 Legend. No, it's top 32. It's an even power of 2. Peter, I'm smorking people down. Don't you enjoy this? Are you not entertained? It's only reasonably entertaining, but I'm having fun. Hope you guys are having fun. I also like the win streak we got going. The win streak is all of the games. We have won every single game we have played on stream so far. Every game, a win. This is like 8 wins or something in a row with Odd Rogue going from 100, winning around 100 legend points. Yeah. Is your encouragement, you know? Twitch chat's encouragement to Smork really is helping me out. So what's Eric saying? Is he saying that like no one should fold their pizza? It's so efficient. Okay, another rogue. I'd like to go first. Second's alright. This hand is nutty. This hand is nutty. I don't know if it's good, but it looks really strong. Maybe I don't want the Firefly, but like... Yeah, I don't really want the Firefly. Like the Firefly. Okay, so they 3-mulled. Oh, we got Cold Blood. This hand is insane. This is what you want early game. If I can curve this into something good, I'm gonna be real happy. Just making the same, you know, standard plays. You play a 1-drop turn 1, you dagger up turn 2. That's spooky. So it's Kingsbane, it's like a pirate Kingsbane. We want to kill the taunt. We want to put our 4/4 in play. So it's in play. We want to play it, so it's in play. That's what we want to do. Sap, it's alright. I got no problem with sap. Helps make delicious maple syrup. I want to preserve deckhand in hand. So I'm just going to thug, and I'm just going to hit him in the face. We'll see what happens. We're just going to chill, because we have a ton of bursts. We have just a ton of good cards in our hand. If we draw Leroy into Myra's, I think this hand would be, you know, pretty much perfect. It's kind of frustrating. But our opponent's not drawing anything, so I don't think we're allowed to complain. I want a dagger. I'm going to fledgling. But this sets up for something like deckhand, cold blood, Edwin. This really sets up for deckhand Fungalmancer next turn, which would be insane. If my opponent doesn't have answers for that, we should just win the game on the spot. My opponent seems to not have answers for that, so we should just win the... Oh, okay, they have answers. Fine, fine, fine. You have answers. I see you. I see you answering my threats. So we're just gonna produce some more threats. What's going on next turn? Next turn I kind of want a Tar Creeper Edwin Coldblood. So I'm going to save my... If I dagger and then I hit again next turn, on turn 8 I can redagger, but I might want to play a 3-drop with my Fungal Mancer, so I think I'm going to save my dagger here. My opponent's getting very unlucky with their draws, unless they don't play Kingsbane. But they haven't drawn a single raiding party, they haven't drawn Cavern, Shiny Finders. Nothing's going right for my opponent. They have, like, you know, a little bit of the control, but you need something in addition to the control. Yep, you're at 15 now. Redagger, that's fine. Oh yeah, this is Kingsbane and my opponent is... They are not happy about this. Okay, so what do we want to do here? We want to push some damage. We can't Fungal Mancer because we don't have a good 1-drop to play with it. So play should just be Tar Creeper, Cold Blood, Edwin. If my opponent manages to... And we'll clear the Toxicologist with our face, so that way our opponent can't clear the 6-1 on board. If our opponent doesn't do anything, we just win with Deadly Poison Fungal Mancer. But we're also preserving our 6-1 for the potential to deal with precisely this play. Nine, 4, 8. It's kind of frustrating. So I guess we just taunt up so they can't attack us. We play a 1-3 for fun. We charge in with the deckhand. We play Edwin. Because it's an 8-8, we hit with our face. Maybe I shouldn't have played the Tar Creeper last turn and should have Deadly Poisoned. Okay, this is kind of spooky. Like, just a little bit. Just gonna dagger up, see what happens. This is a little bit spooky, I'm not gonna lie. But I think they need to vanish. Sprint, so prep sprint can draw vanish. They've also used up most of their like good cards. Okay, backstab on that guy, then the vanish. Very smart for my opponent. And we would have drawn lethal. So maybe I played this kind of poorly. But I think we should be fine. We'll just... I think that was both of their vanishes. So we should just be able to play some strong cards. Hey, look, it's a 10-10. No, it's an 8-8. Same difference. My opponent's gotten really unlucky this game. They've like managed to barely stay in it by like the skin of their teeth. But they just haven't drawn the good cards. And yeah, sap's, you know, fine. Then they're going to have second sap. That's also fine. Kingsbane. Finally, good for them. Leeching Poison, also good for them. They really don't have the tools to hit, though. And so that's game over. That's very, very game over. Top 30 legend, hopefully. I don't think they can stop me. Maybe Doomerang? Okay. Heal. Heal for 2. Heal for 2 is good. They're at 10. My burst damage is 2, 6, 10, 12, 14. I will play this Edwin. Nice. Top 20 set, top 30 legend, boys. We have not lost a single game on stream. I've been streaming for almost 2 hours. I have not lost a single game with Odd Rogue. Unbelievable. I'm streaming for an hour and 45. Same thing. Same thing. I feel like this is going to catch up with me soon. Like, maybe I'm heading for top 1, but, like, also maybe I'm, like, maybe I'm just going to tilt out of my mind once I start losing. One more win and we get top 25 legend. If we finished our season like this, we would get, like, a decent number of circuit points. This is insane, guys. This deck is really doing it for us. Okay, rank 5 legend. This might be a challenge. Firefly's good. Thug is good. Vilespine's too slow. Let's get more early game cards. Second Thug is good. My opponent one kept was this card. Firefly is a strong card. We will play it on turn 1. I am playing no new cards. I didn't see which card that was. Was that his? Okay, that was an insta-pick. I don't know what to do with that information. I think I'm just going to Dagger because I want to Thug and then Thug. And Dagger is really conducive to that. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so the way you play this game, Kyle, is you don't steal a deck from the person you're going to be facing, and then have an auto loss matchup. So we're just going to activate the secret. It's Wandering Monster, as expected. That's quite frustrating. That's really frustrating. Because if this had less health, I'd be able to just, hit into it and everything would be fine. That's really irritating. I'm just gonna play the Thug. And I'm gonna Smork with my dagger because he wants to trade his 2-3 into my Thug. I think. It's another secret. It's probably freezing or something. I hunt alone. I could get rid of the 2-3, and I think that's probably pretty important. So that's what I'm going to do. We're just going to wait, because freezing. Not interested in activating his freezing trap. Coin into 5? Into Spellstone, sure. I genuinely just don't know what to do here. Maybe I was supposed to activate freezing last turn. Well, I can. I could just Fungalmancer and trade, but then they die to the next 2 wolves. I can dagger and fledgling and trade. Oh, fuck. Freezing activates whenever you attack. Right. Smork. Smork. That was real bad. That was real bad. I'm not thinking properly. What? Are you kidding me? This is why he's top 5 legend, boys. Because he just draws like a fucking madman. Hunter's Mark. Hit with the bow. I mean, yeah, every deck's the best deck in the format when you draw the Nuts Curve. When you draw every card you want to. That was frustrating. That was frustrating. Those losses happen, though. So eventually, you know, your opponent draws the nuts that are just slightly nuttier than yours. It's no big deal. Yeah, that's the end of the win streak. Which is unfortunate, because I was really enjoying that win streak. But hey, you know, we can get it back. We can get top 10 legend on this stream, I believe. I believe. Okay, same guy. We queued right back into him. But this time, it's gonna be different. He one kept, so maybe he doesn't have Spellstone? I got 1 drop. That's good. Fledglings are not that great. but they're a lot better going second because you can coin them out on 2. Coining out Fledgling on 2 is a lot stronger than... Okay, not an instant pick, so it might not be Wandering Monster. Maybe it's Snipe? I'd pick Snipe against Odd Rogue. Candle Shot. Frustrating, but he didn't play a secret, which is good. So we're going to coin Fledgling into Fledgling. So that way we've played many Fledglings. I'm not looking to have any graphic design work done at the moment. Hey, that's a Leok. That's not a Huffer. So we will go face. And let's get this Leok off the board. But yeah, the Leok was like slightly the worst. I would have taken 2 more face damage if it was Misha. Puffer is obviously what he wanted. Okay, and I got punished for picking the untargetable, but I think it was reasonable going into his flanking strike turn. Not sure how I want to play around that Eagle Horn bow. I don't think I do. I think I want to just feed him my Fledgling and then smork him for 3. Our opponent top decking that bow was really good for them. Okay, they did have flanking. Fine. Reasonable. Let's see what we can top deck. That's a good card. Let's get rid of this. Turn 4 bow floats him 1 mana anyways, but like with untargetable, he wouldn't have been able to kill my Fledgling, which would have been really nice. I would have preferred something like... It also prevented him from Hunter's Marking, which he also had in hand. This guy draws everything. My god. I'm unsure if I kind of am looking at Tempo of Vilespine if I don't draw something good. If I had a bell, I would ding it. I'm going to keep a Firefly in hand for Vilespine. But yeah, we seem to be drawing decently. Our opponent has drawn all the answers, but nothing proactive. He got that secret early on that he hasn't played. Again? Oh, okay. Slightly different this time. This is madness, by the way. Our opponent's drawn answers to every single board state we've been able to create. You got me, man. Keeping Cold Blood because I don't want to put it out before I can get use out of it. He still hasn't played that secret. There it is. Still don't know what it could be. Maybe it's Misdirection? There seems to be one play. That's a lot of burst. That is a lot of burst. Let's go face and see what this is. And I'm gonna SI7.
This guy's toast.
4, 5, 6, 7. That secret is spooky. But we should just have lethal. Top 25 legend stream, boys. I'll show him the true meaning of smork. Lost one game. 2 hours. Top 25 legend. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. We'll see if we can avoid playing that person again. I'm not like scared of playing them. It's just we've played them twice and not really interested in watching them draw like an absolute madman for the 3rd time in a row. Game 1 they drew all the offense. Game 2 they drew all the defense. Not looking to see what they draw game 3. I'm gonna go get a drink of water. I'll be right back. Ugh. 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 Okay, let's kill the king. Let's find someone. Ugh. Okay, new opponent. Paladin Spooky. This hand's good though. I could take this hand. And they're not odd. Everything is right in the world. They're probably Shirvala OTK Paladin or some bullshit. That's spooky. but it's also dead. Yep, that looks like Shivala OTK to me. Looks like some kind of OTK paladin. We will make it disappear. Blood and plunder. Not sure what I'm going to do next turn. Considering that he did that, I'm not inclined to dagger up. I'm inclined to just Tar Creeper, put it in front of the weapon. Also inclined to Dire Mole. Yeah, odd and even is not the best design mechanic. I think it was a cool idea. What do you think? Should I play this Dire Mole? Yeah, this looks like Shivala OTK. Tempo Banker, what? How do I fix my delay? Okay, that's an 8 cost card. That's Lay on Hands. I'm just gonna pressure his life total.
This guy's toast.
I mean, he doesn't have a combo, but like he doesn't really need a combo against me. He just needs control. Because I am an aggro deck. He burned his other part of the combo. But he didn't get the damage because Holy Wrath is a garbage-ass card. So legit, I kind of want to tempo Leroy here. So I'm going to. Yeah, they are. I want tempo Leroy. And I'm just gonna push Leroy face. You go face. You go face. I kind of want to trade into one of the 1/1s. And I think I want to do it with my 1/1, because if my opponent doesn't AoE here, I just win the game. And I'm just going to redagger. Two, four. 4 damage is lethal. I could Myra's real soon for just Colt. I could have Argent Squire to get it out of my hand. Because I don't really want value from my Argent Squire. I just want to get it out of my hand so I can Myra's for a better hand. But it doesn't look like my opponent has outs. I'm letting you think, Alan. No one's pressuring you. Is this coin lay on hands? No, that's not a coin. Spike Ridge Steed. I forgot that was a card. Somehow. I really was not supposed to forget that was a card. Fuck. That's really embarrassing. Okay, we just green skin. Trade. 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 Tempo SI7. I'm really close to lethal, but like that was a pretty big mistake. I really should not have left him with that 1/1. This is a lay on hands. And a Shirvala. That's very, very spooky. This was not a well-played game. If we lose, I very much deserve to lose this game. My opponent's all the way back up to 20-7. So let's play some 1/2s. But leaving him that 1/1 was a massive mistake. The problem that I had this game is that Leroy, and I was like, oh yeah, Leroy is good, but the problem is that I left him a 1/1 to Steed. If I hadn't done that, he wouldn't have had the Steed. I would have just won the game. That's Pyro, Flash of Light, then a second, then a Flash of Light on that. Potion of Heroism, sure. Second Potion of Heroism, sure. Okay, this game I kind of threw. I wasn't thinking. My inability to think those situations through is a sign of cockiness, and maybe it's a sign that I should, maybe slow down the stream. Maybe stop the stream. Might still win this game. It's a bit of a shot in the dark. If my opponent doesn't have a quality consecration by the time they have 6 cards left in deck, they don't know what deck they're playing. I don't know what you're thinking about here. There's literally nothing to think about. Only took 1 damage. It's fine. So 10. The next turn that's 7. What? Really thrown by me. Christology? Such a perfect specimen. This feels bad. First he got the 8 damage first he got the 8 damage Holy Wrath. Then I mean, what feels bad is the throw, right? Like, that's the bit that really feels bad. What is my opponent doing? Are they BMing? They're just... Did they not run a quality? Okay. Yeah, my experience from that game was that I wasn't thinking at all. So I think that's time for me to take a break from streaming. Nice 2 hours. But I just couldn't keep my head in the game for that long. So I think I'll see you all later. Top 32 Legends, not bad. I am alright with this. Peace out, friends.